Hi, my name is Michelle and welcome to another video on my channel. Today I thought we should talk all about my work in progress because I feel like I have a lot of different projects going on and also projects that I feel like I want to start very soon. So I thought let's gather ourselves a little bit and see what I have on the table. So if you want to hear more about what I am working on right now, please stay tuned and we'll go through that. Okay, so the first one I must say is this one, I think. It's my Daisy Lane top, I guess. It's from Drops Design, and I have worked with this one just when I have time, basically. I haven't really made it into my main project. And I think it's going well. I think it's like going semi-well. I do feel like I've probably made some mistakes where I was supposed to decrease, but that's okay. We're learning. And I hope it's going to be nice enough though to use. So it's going to be, I think I said last time in a video that it is a sort of a turtleneck thing, but it's not really. It's like, it's just the design goes, I think it's supposed to go just a little bit up on your neck, but then go down almost like right here. So I have to do about maybe 3 more centimeters or so, I think, or maybe a bit more. I don't know what the pattern said, but then it's going to be time to, think about where the armpits should be. I'm looking forward to keep working on this one. It's just that I feel like I have other projects in mind that I want to continue working on as well. So I am using the cotton merino with a lace yarn, it's not kids silk, but it's like a I'll put it up on the screen if I remember, so I don't butcher the name or basically lie. So yeah, it's looking very nice. I like the color. I think it turns out really nice, and I think like you get that really nice halo and fussy, fluffy sort of a feel to it. And I think it's going to be a lovely top once I finish it. So really want to finish that one, but as I said it takes a little while sometimes to do. It's just stockinette stitches right now, like knit stitches, and that is fine, but sometimes, it feels like you're just knitting and never really getting anywhere. So I need some projects in between, and I also do right now have a sort of a job project as well. I'm usually collaborating with a yarn company here in Sweden, so I am usually making crochet patterns for them, and right now I'm working on one which is for a clutch. So I have a sample that I have made here. So I think it turned out really cute. I have some yarn in here just to give it some of its shape, because this is a cotton thread or a cotton yarn. So it, collapses if you don't fill it up with something. So I'm working on that one and working on a larger size. And this is just basically in a test knit, not test crocheting, and it will be in yellow colors, the final product for them. So I think it turns out really cool and cute. And I actually have a bit of a larger project, like I said, going on here as well. So that takes a little bit more time, but the yarn, the lighter color, I actually ran out of that yarn, so I had to order more. And obviously, what am I supposed to do while waiting for that yarn? Well, probably start another project, I thought. So I started actually making this one. I have some zippers that I want to use. So I started with this kind of a case, I guess, small bag kind of thing. Started crocheting that, my own pattern that I just made up, and it used some cotton yarn that I had, 8/8 threads, or however you say that. And I think it's going to turn out really cool. I am hoping to finish that one pretty fast as well. Before I got this job about making a clutch bag for them, I actually had played around making my own, but with a thicker yarn. And so I will have to get back to this one as well, I feel, because I do think that those clutch bags are really cute. I think I don't know if I will use them as like a bag that I would use when going out. I think I will use them almost like a little bit of a project bag or a work bag. I will actually line them as well. So I think that will be what I will use them for, but we'll see. They are nice. They are, coming together really nicely. And I also wanted to show you this one. I'm trying not to go out of camera too much, but I have started a pair of socks as well here, and just random, not after any pattern, just 2mm knitting needles here, trying to make small socks for my daughter. I don't know if these are going to be too small on her, so her sister might get it, my younger daughter, and then I'll have to go up in size and try to do more. So I'm like learning a little bit as I go with the socks as well. So I have a few whips, as I said, and the only one that is where I'm actually following a pattern is the Daisy Lane by Drops. The other ones are either mine or just me trying something out as I go. Now, what I talked about before when I was starting this video is that I also have a few coming projects that I have talked and mentioned a little bit in previous videos. I do have this this knit along that is with Maja Karlsson with Järbo yarn, I think, and it is this summer cardigan, or in Swedish we say sommarkoftan, and they seem to do this every year, and this year I've decided to be part of that, and I've actually also already purchased my yarn, even though they have not shown the actual cardigan yet, but I've got to see a sneak peek, and I've seen other people having, they bought their yarns, and I've seen what colors they've chosen, so I didn't want to wait anymore. I just felt like I better order my yarn, make sure I have it when it's time to start, and get inspired. So I will show you which color and what yarn I have chosen for myself here. I would show you like this, but my daughter is sleeping, my baby 1-year-old, and I don't want to go in and risk waking her up, basically. So I'll show you here on the screen, and I think these colors will look great on a cardigan or in a cardigan. So I'm looking very much forward to see that pattern. Very, very excited actually for that pattern. Then the other thing that I want to do is I want to do another beret. I have a previous video where I tried to crochet a beret after a pattern called Renee Beret, I think it's pronounced. You can check that video out if you want to. The beret is very simple, very easy to do. The pattern designer was like, actual description was very easy to follow. But I've decided now to make my own, and I have an idea of what I want. I want it obviously, well, in the pattern, she described how you can make it actually very rounded, or you can increase, because she has it in that pattern, how to just basically increase the circle as you normally would do when you're just trying to make something bigger, or as a flat circle in crocheting. But if you do want a more rounder fit and not where you see the edges, where you have done the increases very visually, you have to do a few adjustments. And she says that, you can just do them randomly then. But I am now making my own pattern where I actually make sure that I know where to increase, so I don't have to think about it. And then I also want to do some changes where it's like, I want to, do some change where I go in. And I also want to have a little bit more of a, I don't know what you call it, like not a brim, maybe, but a little bit of it, like that it's supposed to go down a little bit, not just like a classic beret. So I want to do my own pattern for that and crochet that and see how it looks. That one that I did was also a bit too small, so I want to go up in size as well. And we'll see if I make that into an actual pattern that you can also use and buy if you want. But I will at least do it for myself, because I have been looking for a really nice beret, and I think I want to crochet it. I know you can also knit a beret. I know there's a pattern for that, but I know knitting takes a little bit longer to do, or to knitting for me at least is a little bit of a longer process compared to when I crochet. Crochet goes faster, so I think crochet that. So that is another thing. And another one that I was thinking about, which one was that? I've already talked about my clutch, that, and then I had, there was some stuff, other stuff. Yeah, a bandana. I think it was, that is an actual pattern that I want to do. I don't remember the pattern name. If I have it, I will put it up on the screen again. But there's like this just a simple white sort of lacy bandana free pattern that I want to do as well, preferably for the summer. And I think I have a good yarn for it as well. So I'm looking forward to do that too. I feel like it should be something that it shouldn't take me too long to make. I think it's a knitting pattern, not a crochet pattern. So yeah, I hope I will get the chance to do that one as well. And finally, I also do have a lot of bell yarn that I bought, and I really want to use that for some summer tops as well before the summer is over. The summer here in Sweden, I feel like they are a bit shorter than other places in the world. But maybe also I've been thinking a lot about these like projects that I'm doing. Like, I feel like you should crochet or knit a season ahead, if that makes sense. Like, for example, I should not knit summer stuff now. I should knit the autumn stuff, because when the autumn comes, you want to use those things, right? You don't want to like start your autumn sort of knitting or crocheting at that point, because it might be too late for you to use them. So I feel like I should be a season ahead. So that's why I think I've been holding back a little bit on certain other projects that are typical summer. But yeah, I think before you get into that kind of rhythm where you actually are, where you are at a season ahead, I feel like, yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle or a balance to trying to do the things that you want to do right now, because you want to wear them right now, and what you're trying to, plan ahead a bit. So we'll see how I'll do with that. But that is sort of my whips right now. I know I didn't talk too much about each project. I just basically showed you quickly, but I just wanted to come on here and just show you what I have going on. I think next week we will have another podcast episode, and I will show you a bit more. Hopefully I have a few more finished products then. And maybe I've started some of the new ones. I know that the beret, for example, that I want to do is a quick thing. I know I can do it in a day if I want to, even with kids. But I also don't want to stress things. I also am prioritizing the projects that I have as like the crochet pattern that I have to write. And I think that is also really a quick make once I'm, focusing on that. That is the problem. I have not felt like I want to focus on one single project. I'm so excited for all of them, so I'm just like jumping around. But I think, yeah, it's better to just have like basically 2 or 3 projects and just finish them before jumping on to the next. But I've just recently found out that I enjoy knitting, so it's hard to stick to a few projects. You just want to like try new things all the time. But I think I don't know what to do with the knit along thing, if I want to make it into maybe something that I will have as a short series on my YouTube channel, where I have like just I've done a few like first day of making a poncho, for example. I think I might do that with the knit along, like try to have just short videos for that one, but also obviously talk about it maybe in the podcast episodes that is coming up. So yeah, that is all I have on the table right now, and I should just like basically say goodbye for now, so I can work on that a little bit before my baby wakes up. I am trying a new a microphone that I have just recently bought. It's the DJI, I cannot speak today. It's the DJI brand, which is supposed to be really good. I don't think this is how you should attach it to your clothes. I just wanted to make it, or try to start straight, like as I basically just plugged it in and just went with it. I'm sure there's other things that I should be looking into and make sure that I'm using all the good functions now that I have a pretty good microphone. So I'll like read up a little bit more on that as well. But I hope you can hear me better this time. I've had a few issues with my previous videos with the microphone that I had, where it's like the sound started to just scratch a little bit, I feel. So hopefully not now, and hopefully we'll just have better sound going forward. So yeah, I'm not gonna continue talking. That's all I really wanted to talk about today. So thank you so much for watching, and let me know if there's any kind of videos that you would prefer going forward. Do you prefer maybe the podcasts episodes? I know that some people do it weekly. I do it maybe every third, maybe every fourth week is my thought about that, or like it's my idea with those podcast episodes. Maybe I've done it every second week, or I just had 2 weeks in between the 2 episodes. But yeah, what do you prefer? Let me know in the comments below, because obviously I'm testing a few things out here to see what really is enjoyable for you who watch these videos. So yeah, that's all I had to say. Stop talking now, Michelle, and just use the time well. So thank you. Bye. Bye.